All right, nice and comfy.
So, guys, what are we watching today?
I don't know. It's just a black screen right now.
Oh.
But I'm very anxious.
Are those guys really gonna just talk the whole time?
What does it say, Rich?
It says demon wind.
Demon wind.
Oh, I can hear wind. That's the demon wind.
Are you sure it's not an unrelated wind? Oh my goodness gracious.
My grandfather went the exact same way.
Somebody got burnt on a cross in 1931.
There was a lot more common back then, right?
I don't know.
Oh, it's the equivalent of a one flamingo in 1931. That's why homeowners association started. Stop all those lawn crucifixions.
Oh my god. I thought I told you before. Keep Fluffy in her cage at night.
This is the worst family barbecue ever.
I figured out the family lineage, by the way, gentlemen. I've seen this
of this
film
movie we haven't watched?
I've seen the film before, 14 different times.
Oh my god, you've seen Demon Wind 14 times.
Yes, I know you guys have.
So this has to be really good, then.
Well, no,
I can't wait.
I've watched it 14 times so I can figure out what the fuck's going on.
I'm sorry, what was that? I wasn't listening.
Having a fireplace made out of cardboard and paper doesn't seem like the best idea. Jesus was always my favorite family member. Those boards are nailed to the door. That literally does nothing. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying, Rich?
I know what you're saying.
They're just nailed to the door. They're not keeping the oh, I guess a little bit goes on the floor.
A couple of them are.
Okay, I
It
take
would keep
it
you
back.
from pulling the door out.
But you know what? In my personal experience, if a demon wants to get in your house, nothing's gonna stop it. You know?
Getting stronger.
Did Zach Baggins tell you that?
He
Did
did.
you bring the daggers
Yeah.
and the diary?
You always told me you liked my cooking. He's just having a diabetic reaction to her Christmas cookies. This is what happens when Rich eats fish.
You stopped, George.
I told you I was allergic to your green bean casserole.
Just went to the gym with John Travolta.
I don't understand that joke at all, but
I think I do, and I don't like it.
does John Travolta have diseases? I don't understand your joke.
I think it was a semen joke.
Like that's what was coming out of his mouth, all curdled and disgusted, filled with blood.
That's what Hollywood does to you. Are you sure we're not watching David Lynch's Dune? This is the Baron, right?
Yeah, drink this snow globe.
Drink the snow globe.
It's got Benadryl in it.
It's the end of both of us.
Now the snow globe is magic, Rich. For no reason at all. If she breaks the snow globe,
Jesus snow globe.
the curse is broken or something.
No.
It's filled with gasoline. I really don't know. Although this is only their second worst mistake.
I'm not liking this pretty Sosa King.
Is that the end of the movie?
No. Ladies and gentlemen, Ireland's most advanced expressway. Not bad. Pretty good.
Not bad.
As soon as we meet our hero Corey, I'll explain to you the lineage. Or you guys just ask me.
Anything about
I mean, this is the premise. He's driving. He's taking his girlfriend.
How much farther is it to your
What was her name? Diane or something? I don't know.
I think not.
Lily Rabe.
B. Arthur?
No, he's driving her. Oh, here's a flashback. He's driving her to find his grandparents' farmhouse. And now this is Corey's dad. He hasn't seen his dad his whole life, and he decides to look him up and visit him.
Dad.
And then the very next day after being visited by his son Corey, his dad kills
Just an old
himself.
drunk
So, a pretty standard Christmas.
stranger.
I mean,
Maybe he
Can
killed
you
himself
blame
because
him?
he lived in a cardboard apartment building.
What is?
or Corey told him he was going to pursue acting.
Find you, Dad.
I'm in this new film called Demon Wind.
Fuck this!
Sorry I ever laid eyes on him.
Can't live with the shame.
I can't live with the shame of your career.
Looked at me in the face once.
But he hasn't told his girlfriend about that his father killed himself. All he told her is,
know why.
listen, we got to go find my grandparents' farm.
Yeah.
And I'm going to invite 12 of my whitest friends to come
Started up
along
here this morning.
so they can be killed off one by demons.
I mean, it sounds like a fun group activity.
A couple more of them could have rode with in that car.
Yeah, saved on gas.
Yeah.
No room. The back seat was taken up with all of his emotional baggage.
Parents, it's 10 a.m. Do you know where your neglected redheaded stepchild is? Oh my God. You're not going to touch the car with that stick. It's just not going to happen. Also, they invented soap. That little girl, get in the bathtub. Unless you're a ghost. You think she's a ghost?
I don't know. There's no indication that she is or isn't.
She looks like she could be inbred,
That's very rude.
though. See, that's why I thought this was Ireland. Some scummy, dirty Irish child. It's just in the shot. You know what I mean? The unwashed Irish child is just in their shot.
Did you just assume that they don't take baths in Ireland?
I don't know. I don't know much about Ireland. Isn't driving fun?
So?
Don't you love watching people drive
Just that since,
somewhere rich in a film?
since I saw my old man, there's
Depends. I mean, it works in Cannonball Run.
inside my head like a
Would
loud
you say Demon Wind is the
telling me to get
Cannonball
to that
Run of
farm.
horror films?
I think that's a very accurate statement, yes.
It sounded like you said Cannibal Run.
I did the first time.
No, Rich.
Oh.
So we're gonna workshop that later. Okay.
Cannibal Run?
Cannibal Run's a good name for a horror film.
But first, we gotta talk about this gas station
I've been here before.
and this
What?
very common
A dream.
dream that I've had. I don't know about you guys.
It's being naked at a gas station you've never been to before.
Right. We're holding a. What is he holding?
I think he's there for a lube job.
Oh. Oh yeah. We were naked at a gas station and a bloody mother comes out. I've sent you. I've had this dream before. Oh, that's not his mother, that's his grandmother.
Yes.
Would you like me to talk about the lineage yet?
Why don't you please tell me about the lineage?
Well, they're about to go inside the gas station, and that's some of the best scenes in the film. Because we get to see the paper mache gas station.
You just had the naked dream. That's pretty exciting.
I'll wait till the next driving scene, okay, to talk about the lineage. I still don't understand it.
More than one driving scene?
Yes. There's lots of driving and walking and waiting.
But why?
That was the original title of the film.
Corey, are you alright?
Yeah.
This road is really doing a number on my
Go
hemorrhoids.
somewhere else.
Well, I'm fine now, really.
Oh, see, they spot the gas station from the top of the hill, and then they take the car 3 miles an hour to the gas station so that we can wait even longer for them to get there. This is where he chose to put his gas station?
This does seem like a terrible location.
Oh, thank God. I haven't had a customer since 1952.
There's not even like a gravel parking lot. It's just in the middle of a field.
Because it's fake. It's a fake gas station, Jay.
Oh.
There's literally no infrastructure around where they could fill the gas tanks up under the ground or anything.
But it's a spooky supernatural gas station. Like, it shouldn't be there.
What can I do you for?
Maybe if it's a
do we get
ghost
the car
gas
place
station,
from?
perhaps. But I think they just didn't want to film at a real gas station.
This map says it's right near
so they
here.
just made one. I the first time I saw this film, I thought that it was going to blow up.
She wants some gas.
It's like when they have an old car in the middle of a field.
Oh, no,
Oh,
this
yeah,
film
you know
was,
what's coming.
This film was destined to flop.
What?
There's no way this film was going to blow up.
No, the gas station, not the film. There's no such place as a barber shop either, so don't go looking for that. Do you think these gas pumps actually work?
Right, the map could be wrong.
Do you think these actors actually work?
No, not anymore. Not after Demon Wind came out.
This is the place in the dream.
If you had a dream
farm,
where
feeling.
you were naked and your mother was bloodied with her throat ripped open, would you stop at this gas station? I probably wouldn't. I'd skip it.
I mean, they got a window made out of white duct tape.
It looks like Pee-wee's Playhouse. Like it's like that junky looking.
And Rich, this is a gas station, not a high school play set. I guess this movie takes place in a world where all the buildings are constructed from paper mache.
Hello? Plywood. Okay.
Anybody here?
So the window on that door is definitely made of white duct tape.
It's like it's like plastic tarp. That's like cardboard. Oh, I picked the wrong boyfriend. No, what should I order? Hey, lady, the
Wait,
bathroom's
no, he
out
was
back.
the one that was naked in the dream.
Hey, Harmon.
Oh, she's gonna release some demon wind.
Oh no.
This is very common behavior. It's very realistic.
A moon for the
This is
misbegotten.
what the humans do.
Please. Corey, I just want you to lighten
Is
up.
this movie made by the demon wind?
Maybe they're on their honeymoon.
Bathrooms out back.
I'm afraid the character made a joke about that.
Can we get something to drink?
He says something about a moon. I think it's a quote from something.
We have beer, Coke, water, and goat's milk.
Ooh, I'll take the goat's milk.
Coke, please.
So,
Thank you. Has anyone else been in here today?
Old Man Deaver's a week ago. And Mrs. Wilson came by with little
This lady
Linda
looks
last
like
week.
she's from 1940 or
Were you
30.
little Linda's friend?
Is she a ghost?
I think she's a ghost.
Did you meet her when she
You
went
think?
away to
Or a
school?
demon?
Yeah.
A demon disguised as a person?
I think she's a demon ghost from the from Grandma's time.
I
Do you think they're
maybe
turning a
little
profit
Linda got into
with those
trouble and they
50-cent
sent her
fish
away.
burgers?
Did you meet little
Well, I
Linda?
mean,
in school?
nobody drives by there for gas,
No,
so
we
they
don't
got to
know little
supplement
Linda.
their income somehow.
Can you tell us how far the Carter
Do you
farm
think
is from
gas
here?
pumps even work?
No.
They're just there for show. It's like a decoration.
To
You know,
entice you to come in and get a sandwich.
right, a fish
To
burger.
get a fish burger.
Never
Or
heard
a
of
barbecue.
A barbecued fish burger?
Sure, why not?
Hey, I need some gas. Oh, our gas pumps don't work.
gotta
but
be
come
Dell's
on,
food.
have a fish burger while you're here.
And some goat's milk. I still understand why Dell kisses her on the mouth.
They're a very close group of friends.
It's a little, that's like his best buddy's girlfriend, and he just kisses her on the fucking mouth.
Well, now, don't you look good enough
He's
to eat?
the asshole. His character is the asshole.
Corey, my
And
man.
he starts smooching her, and his line is, "That's why I keep her around." He says it 3 times.
Hi, Dell. How was the drive?
He's the asshole.
You know how
Dell
women
just
are.
spreads
Past that
around
last
the
mall,
hoopies
Terry
amongst
panicked, and we
everybody.
had to stop.
Now, Corey has invited
And you,
11 of his
do
white
look
friends to go with him to his haunted grandparents' cabin for no reason at all. Perhaps for them to
That
get
is
killed
why I
off
keep her around.
or turned into demons.
They're there for emotional support. He knows what he's going to find at this abandoned cabin that somebody died at 60 years earlier.
Divine. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank
don't
you.
You need 25 of your 40-year-old high school friends.
bizarre greeting rituals of the subculture.
Thanks for coming with me on this very, very vague
Good
mission.
afternoon, Mr. Harmon. Jack, man, am I
I'll tell
glad
you all
to see
about
you.
it when we get to the
Your message sounded
demonically
urgent.
possessed, burnt
here
down
we are.
cabin.
Thanks for coming.
Then I'll tell you all about
mean-
why you're here.
Yeah, well, if you two
I'm in.
homos can keep your hands off each other for a second, let's get
Sign
something
me up,
to drink.
Corey.
Maybe Corey can tell us why we're out here in the sticks.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I mean, the important part is that he invited his entire high school class to come hang out at the cabin with him for some reason.
Anybody want a beer?
His 90s friends.
No, we're fine.
What is it? Just say no week?
I'll tell you all about my family's depressing
why I
history
keep it
over a
around.
couple of fish burgers.
Over some Cokes and a Milwaukee's Best. No, we don't drink that filth.
Has there ever
thing's
been a
about this
more
big.
ironically titled beer?
What's so funny?
I suppose not.
Nothing, Del.
No, we're just down here talking about your dick.
It's a little thing, Del. It's not worth mentioning.
So I guess, she must have dated him.
Corey,
The
why'd
blonde
you bring us up here?
who's
Not my father.
Corey's girlfriend.
Is he okay?
Because they were talking about
No,
Dell's penis size. Oh, her name's Elaine, by the way.
The girlfriend?
Her, Elaine.
Yeah.
I know.
Her and
Couldn't.
I think her name's
4 days after he was born,
Barbara or fucking something like that.
his family disappeared from a farm near here.
I wrote it down.
Where was your dad when
Hold
that
on.
happened? He was in an incubator in a hospital.
Give me a minute.
If he hadn't been there.
I gotta go through my notes.
I'll give you several
Anyone ever
minutes.
find his family?
No, but right after I was born, he came up here to find out what happened.
She's the only one who showed up for
He never
the
came home. I think
cast
something
and
bizarre
crew
has been going on at that
interviews
farm for a
on Blu-ray.
long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna find out
Everyone
what.
else killed themselves.
Oh, jeez.
So the sequel to this movie is going to be meta, and it's going to be the filmmakers traveling to this cabin to find out why the actors killed themselves.
My grandpa made Demon Wind here 30 years ago.
That would be
The
a great
next day,
sequel.
he killed himself.
Next day. All the demons, the
Let me give you
undead
some
demons, are the
advice,
people that
son.
attended the premiere.
Take your friends and go
There was a
home
fire
now.
at the premiere.
We've got business at that farm.
Demon Wind.
Belongs to me now.
I keep hoping something
You
different.
do not own
happens
that
every time
property?
I watch the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Like it'll change, you know.
Then just who owns the land, old man?
Like Clue.
When that was released in theaters and
Yeah.
had different endings.
Right.
One of these days, you'll walk into the theater to see Demon Win, and it'll be the ending that makes sense.
Yeah. I keep buying Blu-rays, hoping that
dead.
the Blu-ray will be different.
You know, you not only got an attitude
I'm
problem,
always hoping that
you're also out of your
at
fucking
some
mind.
You gotta learn to
someone
respect
orders
the elders,
fish
boy.
for 50
One of them
cents.
hurt you.
Now, just hold on a minute
Is that
here,
on the
mister.
menu?
It's on the menu.
There's a
We don't
fish
want any
burger.
It's
trouble.
all. There's no.
do.
No,
No,
the
no,
menu's
no
quite
trouble.
fascinating. There's no vegetarian options.
Then all of you
It's
get
all
them
like
cars,
weird, disgusting
go back
food
where you
that
came
costs
from.
50 cents.
Oh.
See,
Oh, yeah. Pastrami, ham
fish
sandwich, fish
yeah,
burger.
Fish burger, a hot link sandwich. Can we get back to the menu? Okay, fried chicken, barbecue beef sandwich. So they have a lot of meat options.
What are you trying to hide?
And that's
I
it.
saw what
And nobody
happened
paid
to
for
the
their
Carter family.
Cokes or
It was the drought
their
of
beer.
29.
Originally, I thought it was Ireland,
hot,
but it's
dry
shot in
wind
Thousand
blew
Oaks,
that
California,
The cattle and the
outside of
crops
Los
burned
Angeles,
to a crisp.
by the rolling
The smell
hills
of
of
death
Thousand
hung
Oaks,
in the
California,
air.
which is doubling for some kind of country area. Somewhere.
All the families were in
Rather
church.
vague.
Except the
Thousand
Carters.
Oaks? Is what it's called?
They never
Thousand
missed
Oaks,
church.
Thousand
California. It's a city.
That's where 1,000
I went up to see they were all right.
struggling actors live.
Oh, 1,000 jokes.
I
That's what we
saw
got
them.
for you on this commentary.
I saw
track, ladies and
Summer, what did you say?
Commentary track. We're in a movie
blood
theater.
everywhere.
Oh, right. Sorry. That's what we should
Blood
say
on the
while we're in
walls.
this movie theater
Thick
as aliens.
It's a good thing that there's no other people watching this movie. They'd be very upset that we keep talking about it.
Right. They would miss the plot. Anyways, whenever you guys are ready, I could tell you the lineage.
Yes, I'm ready right now to know the lineage of these characters I don't care about.
Well, it's not so much about these characters. It's more the backstory
Okay.
of the entire premise of the film. But here, our harbinger of doom is warning them to not go to the cabin. Even though at the end of the film, spoiler,
No, it ain't even
he
loaded.
is an insane priest.
Please, boy. Don't go
who
up there.
turns into the son of Satan.
have to.
And his legion of demons
I know.
are there. So
Well,
you think he would want to add
just
more
follow
to
that
his
road
Legion of
to-
Demons
till
by
it
luring
ends.
these unsuspecting kids to the grandparents' farm to be turned into demons,
It's
right?
all right.
Instead of warning them away, right, Rich?
It's a reverse psychology. It was very effective.
Okay, you think he was going for reverse psychology?
Pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no, who invited Dracula?
The wonderful world of
Rich,
man.
more friends are showing up.
Today,
These are the
it's
magician
land
friends.
of illusion and fantasy, where the commonplace
More
is
friends?
fantastic
No,
and the fantastic
or magicians.
commonplace.
This is the early roles for Sean Penn
Well,
and
neither
Kevin
did I.
Bacon as a man in a Dracula costume.
He's a magician. That's a magician's cape.
It's okay, sure.
Harcourt is not impressed. Now, Mike, you've seen this before, right?
Yes, I have.
You've seen this 14 times
Yes,
before?
yes, I have.
I'm assuming, like, they're really hammering it in that this guy's a magician. I'm assuming that's going to pay off later, right?
No, the kicking pays off. He's a kung fu magician. Look,
Oh my god, I saw you do that.
yeah,
You
he's
did that thing earlier today.
Yeah,
Are you trying to reenact this movie?
I was the famous can kicking scene,
It's a staple of most magic acts.
and I don't know why anyone would show up in a tuxedo doing magic tricks
Can you
when
little
you're
chicken
going
shit?
on
I'll shove that karate crap up your
a
ass.
quest to find
My
your
guess.
friend's dead grandparents' burnt down cabin.
Easy now.
Apparently, he brought a rabbit with him, too, just to do this one trick.
Actually, you just did the smoke bomb thing, and then the rabbit happened to be there.
Oh,
So it's like fortuitous, you know.
wow, that's great.
Cool out.
He has dozens of rabbits on
I
his
asked you guys to
person at
come
all
here and help me.
times.
Okay, this I
Just
don't
in
need.
case something comes up.
You never know.
We don't need
Rich,
the
it's Sean
theory
Penn, not
demonstration,
Richard
you know what I
Gere.
mean? I
Are
agree.
they both magicians? Or is this
I
the
didn't think you guys
magician's
were gonna make it.
assistant and they couldn't get an actress?
And this a
There could be
chance
two
to play a grand
magicians.
resort like this?
I
to bring
disagree.
magic and wonder to the hinterlands?
I
To hang out
honestly
with beautiful
don't know.
people?
I was surprised
Oh,
to
man, it
find
just
that this
isn't
was
any other place to be.
a film made in the U.S.
Besides,
I mean, it has all the
needed us to
markings of
be
like a
here,
weird
so-
Italian movie,
Tried to make something American.
Yeah.
Magic!
but
So,
it was shot in Los Angeles
what exactly is the
by
nature of this little
people in
expedition?
the
if I may
Hollywood
ask?
system, by low budget, of course.
and I'll
but-
show you. Dale, you still coming?
They didn't even know.
Yeah, we're in.
No, they've all been driving for hours to go to
about
an
you?
undisclosed location
I don't know
for
where,
unknown
but I wouldn't
reasons.
miss it for anything.
These are some good fucking friends.
There's not much to do in this. I guess they're. I don't know where they're all from. I don't think the movie ever tells us.
I drove 4 hours to be here. What's going on?
And I wore my best tuxedo and the Dracula cape.
Well, I recognize the magician. He's the only actor in the film I recognize. And it's not because he looks like Kevin Bacon. He's in the film Shock 'Em Dead, where he played a nerd turned rock and roller
Oh yeah.
that has to eat souls.
Some
Did we watch
bitchin'
that?
idiots.
We've seen that film, yeah, with Tracy Lords.
Oh yeah. That's funny because
Son of a
there's-
bitchin' idiots. That
Still on
sounds like
board?
an Italian.
All the
Son
way,
of a
Cal.
I mean, an
bitchin' idiots.
Italian would
yeah,
write.
Yeah. So I say it's funny because there's also
making a bad
porno
mistake,
actress
boy.
in this too.
There is?
Maybe
Yeah.
so, but it's mine.
Is it the old man?
No, the nudity lady who comes out of the woods and kind of lures them out of the house. Remember?
Oh. No, I don't remember because this is the first time I've seen this.
And I think
You're the
all-
only one who's seen it multiple times now.
I think I looked up all these actors on like IMDb, and almost every one of them ended up in porn after this.
You know.
Whether it's softcore, remember all those softcore programs, the Red Shoe Diaries, and
Oh, sure.
Passion something, and all those titles were coming up. All those Skinamax late night
Damn
Skinamax
fools.
flicks that Rich would tape on a VCR and label as football game. I knew what you were up to back in the day. Why do you have so many VHS tapes labeled football game? Football game 1, football game 2.
That was the sticky one.
All right, everyone, we're back on the road. If anyone spots the plot, let me know.
They just throw garbage out of
They
their
just
car.
they just threw out their magician uniforms.
Oh, because they realized they weren't going to like a resort with people.
Yeah, but those probably were expensive. I mean, that Dracula suit looked like a fairly nice Dracula suit.
You would think if he wants to be a professional magician, he would want to hold on to that, even if he's not going to use it this weekend.
This magician code, Jim. You're only allowed to use your outfit once.
Then it must be destroyed.
Yes.
Do you think, like, some horror movies are made as just an excuse to, you know, fill a movie with, like, gore, or maybe some nudity? Is this movie just an excuse to film people driving?
They found an egg with a bunch of maggots in
I never saw it.
it. Oh, it's accidentally gotten the shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, should I tell you all about the history?
Yes, Mike. Please tell me all about the history.
Well,
We got time.
We need context. Okay. June 8th, 1929. Corey's father was born. Should I go chronologically here?
Yes, you probably should.
The farm. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to wait. Oh, look, the grade school kids were doing Shakespeare in the park.
Is the skeleton a part of the family lineage?
I don't know who the skeleton is.
Is that Uncle Remus?
I can't believe they left that up there for 30 years.
More than 30.
More than 30, yes.
30 years
60.
ago is when the or no. Who died 30 years ago, Mike?
I have it all. I have it all written out.
You know, you keep saying that.
I don't believe it.
So I think the skeleton was burnt in 1931.
That's what we saw in the opening, yeah.
And so the movie came out in 1990, so we're going to assume it's 1990.
Okay.
Which is...
So 60 years.
60,
Yeah.
The skeleton's been up there for
Don't
60
touch it.
years.
Please.
And as Rich, you noted before, the ligaments that hold the bones together have not been burnt or rotted away.
Yes.
The skeleton remains intact.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it just doesn't fall into pieces. I guess there's no police in Ireland. Or no one drives down this road ever? I don't know.
Like, literally ever.
Does this take place in Ireland? I know you said it's
No,
shot in
I'm
California.
just joking around because it looks like Ireland.
Do they say where it's supposed to take place?
They don't. I think we'd like to talk now about the set and what all this is before I get into lineage.
Okay.
I may not have time to squeeze it in. Oh my God. What's the fucking problem, Bonnie? You're studying to be an anthropologist.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, that was Skeletor's brother.
It's all completely irrelevant, isn't it?
Well, okay, so this guy here is Corey's dad's brother. Now let me get into it.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
So the film opens in 1931, and there's a body being burnt on a cross. I don't know why. But the two people we see in the opening of the film are Regina and
How'd you know
George,
that?
which are
I just
the
know,
grandparents of Corey.
Yes.
But
the
that's
answer
not
to
where the
mystery
story
pal right
starts.
here.
Oh, my God.
The story really starts
wandered through here,
in the
tortured whoever it is in that cross,
1800s.
and set fire to the
The
house.
farm was built by Corey's
They almost had died in the fire.
great-grandparents, and they followed a guy named Anders who decided to start a satanic cult. And the satanic cult killed 3 little girls, and then the townsfolk gathered up all the satanic
I
cult
don't know what
members and
happened here.
burned them all to
Sure
death,
death walked you
potentially
this
on
place.
this land.
Ah.
Sort of like a Freddy Krueger-ish kind of backstory,
Yeah.
right? And they said, we don't want your satanic cult here. And then flash forward to 1931. Corey's grandparents live on the farm. I have to stop because we have to talk about this. Now watch this magic, Rich. What? And why do you think they did that? I'm going to give you 14 guesses. Okay. Watch this, though. Watch this. Ready?
Corey?
Ready? Watch this. Now.
Corey.
They did it because it's magical and weird and creepy.
Corey.
Now, watch, Rich. Watch. Are you watching?
I'm watching. I actually find this is interesting right now because she doesn't see him. That's great.
I'm going inside.
Corey, wait.
Why is it happening?
So they could film on a soundstage.
Oh.
That's why. You know why, Jay.
I have to see what's through that door. You guys can wait out here.
Is it like, oh, we already wrote our opening scene where the cabin blows up, but we have to have somewhere for our characters to go? So they'll just go to the remnants of the cabin?
I think the idea was that
magic happens?
Just change the opening scene. I'm assuming they didn't have a good exterior where they could film at. They didn't know where to find a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
That's yes, exactly. They wanted to make Evil Dead, and they wanted a cabin in the woods in deep forest at night, dark, spooky forest with smoke and
instead they don't have a cabin or woods.
Right. So they had Thousand Oaks, California, the rolling hills and 70-degree temperatures and no woods around. They'd have to drive pretty far out of the Los Angeles area to go find like spooky woods.
Yeah.
So they just set up like junk in the middle of nowhere, and then they go inside a magical cabin.
And they used an existing set built for some high school production for their main location.
Right.
With all my love.
Oh, look, Rich. Magic.
Seamless.
I think you meant seamful.
Oh.
There's Grandma. So
She looks just how I remember her.
her head fell off and she started on fire when the house blew up. But the house is still there, but Grandma's burnt up bones.
No one ever cleared it out, I guess.
And nobody ever poked around here. The cops never showed up.
Then again, we are in a magical interior that doesn't really exist.
Would like a police officer that drove up to investigate the skeleton on a cross? Like,
Why does this look so bad?
because it's an optical effect.
But that should be the easiest effect to do and have it be pretty seamless, right? Just put the camera on a fucking tripod.
Well, they
They did that, but back in the days of film, you would have a little bit of fluttering.
The
of
film,
the film.
yeah.
So.
Okay.
No. Don't do that.
Nu protesta Santana vivet.
Paper mache fireplace.
Blood on the wall, don't read it aloud. She just woke up the demons. Firecrackers. All sorts of No, that's sorry. That's oh, Jesus. You notice it, certain shots. Towards the end of the film, they ran out of short ends, and they had to buy brand new film stock. So certain shots look really nice, some shots look crappy.
What the hell's going on here? I don't know. What was the
Bonnie
Bonnie read? What did it say? It was Latin. It said, "Thou Satan shall walk."
Yes, from a real production. When they're almost.
Hey, now, are you saying Demonwood is not a real production?
Whatever
Yes.
here killed my
Oh, okay.
grandparents. I want to find out
yeah,
why.
Just making sure.
We got 50 feet left on this roll. Just change it out.
We didn't use it on Back to the Future. Yeah,
Yes,
we're gonna give the demon wins.
Yes.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You
Come
go
on.
to the film people and go, do you have any short ends? Sure, here's a whole ton of them. Load up the camera with a little bit of
My
footage.
battery's dead.
And then we got one shot where Del pokes his head out of the car and says, my car won't start. And, you know, that's all.
get out of
One take.
She's
Yeah.
right.
So it was kind of a mess.
Serious.
But,
I'll tell you what we
considering
witnessed
it
here
looks
is a
pretty good.
hallucination.
Most
Come
of
off
it
it,
looks fine.
Jack. What happened in that house was real. You saw it with your
So
own
the
eyes.
demons
Well, then I don't believe my own
are
eyes.
stopping their
Things
cars from starting.
simply don't
right?
happen.
Jack, there is
Demons
something
won't
here,
let the
something
batteries
evil.
start the car.
Evil where?
That's what's going on.
There. It's been waiting all this time
Waiting for what?
for us to come here. Promise me something.
Anything.
If we die, don't bury me here.
You're not going
It's
to
a weird
die,
thing to
Bob.
say, but
Promise
You're not
me.
gonna die, Bonnie.
Okay, I promise, but nothing's going to happen.
Especially
I
not
won't
gonna
let
turn
it.
into a plastic doll and then start
get
on
her out of
fire.
here.
Okay, that's
I'm almost certain that's not gonna happen to you, Bonnie. That would be very strange. Then I wouldn't have to bury you, right? So I promise that I won't bury you, Bonnie. Because I won't have to bury you if you turn into a plastic doll and then start on fire. Oh, back to the lineage. So, 1890s, satanic cult, farm, got all burnt up. Flash forward to 1931, Corey's grandparents are there. It says Mrs. James, which I think is Corey's grandma, had triplets. They were killed right after birth. They weren't even human. All the children were the same except for
Man, look how
Corey's
fast that
dad.
fox rolling.
Why was he different?
I don't know. And then Corey's dad also had an older brother, which is the kid they show running up and spitting the blood
Spitting
out.
out blood, yeah.
So I guess she had 5 kids? And the triplets? I don't understand it.
I think we're in
She had
trouble.
2 normal kids and 3 demon babies. I
you're
get it.
right.
I get it.
But
I
the
don't-
dialogue
I've never
says she
seen
had
a fog
4
like
kids,
this.
and one of them was
It's not the
Corey's
same forest.
dad, right?
Miss James had triplets.
Yeah, and on the
Triplets.
They were
okay.
killed right after birth.
same power
They
that was in
wasn't
that house.
even human.
Look, it's coming back.
And that's it. So his dad survived out of all the kids, I guess. Oh, the dad was in an incubator during the events of the opening.
Oh,
He was born in 1929. The explosion and the demon attack happened in 1931.
yeah.
Oh no, here it
So
comes
he was 3 years old and still in an incubator at the hospital. And that's why his dad was able to survive.
That's really fascinating.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Now here's the demon Lynn, everybody.
No, I've never seen this. I don't know what's going to happen. But
no.
does he also
Son
have
of a
alienation DNA in his bloodline?
Thermion.
Oh my God.
What?
So these are the 3 girls from the 1800s that were sacrificed to Satan by
Oh.
Anders' demonic cult.
What?
These are not the 3 kids
Where'd you
of
come from, little
Corey's grandma.
That's who I would assume they are.
No, look at their attire. They're
Sure.
clearly
What?
pre-1930.
Why do we have so many lineages and 3 children?
I don't know.
Are they related to the stick girl from earlier in the
No,
film?
the stick girl is unrelated.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
Hey, is this one of those Cabbage Patch Kids? These are worth a lot of money.
What?
Oh no.
Even if you plan for
That
the
wouldn't do
worst,
harm.
I bet none of them could have expected
Whatever
that
Sears
to
isn't gonna
happen.
let us
No.
go.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You got any other hot news for us?
Yeah, the sun's gonna be down in a few minutes. We got 2 choices.
You know, that
The
man
cars at the house
sounds
for the night. I think
just
we'll be
like
safe
one of
in
his
the
friends.
But something in there just tried to kill us.
I don't think
That's
so.
an
I think
amazing
whatever it is
acting,
only trying to warn us away.
It's a traumatic experience.
He
so-
sold me on the emotion of the moment.
Just a feeling I have.
Yeah, well, that's just great, pals, because
How
your
would you
feelings
process
got us in
that,
the
though?
shithole in the first place.
I don't know if I could.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What the motherfuck just happened? Holy shit, did you see that?
Then you'd start running with like a load in your pants. Or you'd fall down one of the hills
Well,
and roll down in your own filth.
and no Buick.
That'd be really embarrassing if that happened to the blonde guy in this, because he's wearing white sweatpants.
Crazy.
Holly, you're all crazy!
It was a poor choice with all that grass around, you know.
Yeah. I mean, sweatpants are always a bad choice.
Dell is just secretly super worried about getting grass stains in his
There's nothing left
favorite
for us to
white
talk
sweatpants.
Come on, Terry, I can see it in your
So are
eyes.
these 2 characters together?
They were.
But now she's with
I love you.
what's his face back there?
Flash
Yes,
Thompson.
yes.
Flash Thompson.
And he's with Sean Penn now.
Don't need
Oh, okay.
me.
Okay.
You don't.
They're gay magicians.
He
I
switched
just came to
teams.
you.
Okay.
It's not to me. I need somebody who's serious about me. Dell is.
That's the time for that conversation.
No. Yeah, their friend just turned into a plastic doll and started a fire. It's not really the time.
We could fight if you want to.
Maybe they weren't that close to her.
Right.
But we don't have anything to fight about.
They should have blamed Kevin Bacon and Sean Penn and said that.
Well,
he
let's
was
go
one of their
inside
magic
then.
Tricks, right?
Ooh.
Good idea.
That's what they call setup and payoff. Yeah, that was one of your fucking magic tricks, Kevin Bacon, and he starts punching him. Bring her back. Bring her back, bro.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Like one of them just doesn't believe anything that ever happens in the film.
'Cause
The
we've
entire film.
Yeah, we've established these two guys show up as magicians, and then they think they're playing a prank on them, right?
Other friend's head just explodes and brain matter flies all over the place. Stop doing your magic tricks, Dave.
Right, exactly. Rich, how did they get this footage of your house?
They gave me $20.
Yeah? Is this the house you grew up in? All these pictures of Jesus and garbage all over the floor?
Yeah, after I fixed it up a bit.
Okay, you cleaned up for the
Cleaned
film
up,
crew?
You know, I'm gonna film a movie at my house.
Do you have a fireplace made of construction paper and tinfoil?
Now, why are they cleaning up?
I don't know. Because they got to spend the night there.
I
And
think
who
it's
wants to
gonna be
spend the
okay.
night where a bunch of firecrackers blew up a turkey in glass, right? Not me.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
To be fair, they can't leave.
Yeah. And they ruled out sleeping in their cars because one character said, "I don't want to sleep in a Cadillac with you, bro." Look, he's got the little things that a magician.
Oh, hey, he's doing a magician thing.
Yeah.
Just in the very edge of the frame for no reason.
I'm sure we're gonna get a big payoff to his magic skills.
Yeah.
You bet
Can't
we
wait.
are. You bet we are, everybody. What else is on the soundstage?
They're filming Cheers right next to this.
Just a ghost.
That wasn't his mom. That would be his grandma?
His grandma.
Okay.
God damn it! I just explained the lineage.
I'm trying to keep track of the lineage.
His mother and his mother is not in the film at all. His father is. We don't know what happened to his mother.
I was about to ask, did I miss something with the mother?
No, it's just not important. I don't know. Maybe she died at some point. I don't know. It's really of the grandparents and the great grandparents. Okay, Jay.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Maybe his mother was an alien nation alien. His mother was a third planet.
There you go. Oh. Dr. Egon Spangler's ghost is here. This is Proton Pack. So this is Grandma's diary, right?
It's the Necronauticon.
Necronauticon? Did you just slip that in there, like all casually, like? Or was that just? Did you just mispronounce it and it happened to work?
No.
That's a quality joke that you should have
is.
given more prominence.
Yeah,
You just said
it-
it so offhand.
You did, yeah. I mean, it was really spot on.
Being the diary of
Necronauticon.
Virginia Carter, born June
I think
8,
that was an accident.
1889.
No,
What?
I had thought of that before we filmed.
Okay. So we'll call it the Necronauticon. Grandma's diary, and she writes in, I don't know, some kind of ancient language.
Well, this part's not her diary. This is a book she just found, and then she took over. So this
I
page
conjure
here,
thee,
Oh,
she started
what?
writing in Sharpie. This is where
Protect
Grandma
this,
took
my
over.
child, from the evil touch.
How did the edges get so perfectly
Rise
burned?
now and
Well,
approach.
she bought it at the Michaels
Like
around
someone's-
Halloween time.
Someone took a lighter to the edges to try to age them.
I'm sorry, what was that? I wasn't listening.
Christ, you trying to give me a heart attack?
I could ask you the same thing. Oh, God. I made you some food.
Okay. Oh, she made him a bologna sandwich. I'm sure the bologna's from
Some
1931 is still good.
Yeah,
They had a cooler.
you really know how to show
Oh, they
her a
did?
good
Yeah,
time.
They
one
brought-
of them was holding a cooler.
They brought sandwiches?
Yeah,
I'm glad you're here.
I guess no one knew where they were going.
like, you got to plan ahead.
Someone brought their swimsuit. They brought a cooler full of beer and sandwiches. They thought they were.
Magician brought a bunch of rabbits and
Yeah.
doves.
He thought he was going to be playing a show, like doing a magic act. They thought they were driving down to Cancun.
Depending on how the rest of the weekend goes, they're going to be eating
It
those
is
rabbits.
dusk.
It's a
I know
great
tonight
scam.
I will die.
You know, you tell all your friends, hey, I
Even
got an
the
idea.
spells
We're
grandmother
gonna have
taught
a
me can't
mystery
save us.
vacation. prepared for anything. You never know what we're gonna do. And then they show
I know
up,
that
and
someday
just like,
you, my
oh
king,
yeah,
will
you're
face
gonna
the
help
evil
me.
that comes from me. In the
You're gonna
bottom
help me
drawer of
clean
the
out
bed,
this
you will find
demonic
the
cabin.
treasures
You're
which
gonna,
are part
you're gonna
of the
help me
sacred
clean
set
out
of
my
7.
dead grandmother's demonic
The other 5 have been lost.
His
It is
plan
written
worked
that
real
with
well
all 7
because
you can kill the
everyone
son
got
of
whittled
Satan.
down except for him and his girlfriend.
I pray these two
So
may
he
help.
invited the proper amount of people to solve the mystery, figure out what was going on at his grandparents' cabin, and he eliminated 11 of his friends.
Maybe he doesn't like any of those people. That was his goal all along.
He was tired of getting invited to their like parties and events and stuff.
He successfully killed off all of his girlfriend's exes.
There you go. That's it.
The Evil Dead has a dagger. What if we have 2 daggers?
That'll mean our movie's twice as good, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, not issue number 1 of Good Housekeeping. That's worth a fortune. I saw it on Antiques Roadshow once. Yeah, so the daggers, I think the Grandma's Journal said, 7 daggers will kill the son of Satan.
Found something.
I don't
This
know how
farm
she
was
knew
built
that.
by my great-grandfather.
But they
He and a
only
group
have
of
2.
settlers
5 are
followed
missing.
a preacher
5 of the
named
daggers
Enders
are
to this
missing.
valley.
I don't know.
But when they arrived, Enders
Do what you will with that information, Corey.
And the true God he
Like, they
found.
never find the daggers, right? The other daggers?
No.
Why even bring that up?
Yeah.
Well, because they use the daggers
Trying
to
to raise the
stab
devil.
demons.
I know that, but why bring up that there are
3
5
girls
lost
disappeared.
ones?
I don't know. You'd think at the end
searchers
they'd
found
find them. We need all 7.
What was left
Yeah.
of them
Yeah,
on
and
an altar
then they're
behind
buried
Enders'
somewhere
place.
out, and they have to run and get them. And
was
Son
a
of
real
Satan is
sick
running
pup.
after them. And then they have to
was
get
a big
to the
fight.
special spot where the
Enders and
other
all
5
his
daggers
followers
are
were
buried
burned to
before
death
the
in his
moon
house.
rises or something.
That sounds
Right.
fair.
We have to solve the cryptic clues to figure out where they are.
Right.
You get some things happening.
Rich,
After that, everything was okay
you
until
can't
the
stop
summer of
watching movies.
1929.
your knowledge of how a
That was
movie
the year my
is
father was born.
constructed is just far too good.
I know it hurts me when I actually watch movies.
Mrs. James has had triplets. They were killed right after the
It's a
birth.
detriment. It's
None of the
becoming
babies was even human.
All the
a
children were the
crippling
same.
handicap on your part for enjoying films like Demon
What
Wind.
was so special about him?
Like, why don't they do the most
I have no
most
idea.
logical thing?
But the last entry reads,
Why doesn't this make any
Everyone
sense?
is
Maybe
dead
streamline
except
all
George and I.
the family stuff.
It's all
Sure.
hopeless. I can hear them
Sure,
rising
hoping for
out
the
in the
sequels.
barn.
Well, we can bring the other
It's,
daggers back and Demon
Oh,
Wind too.
there you go.
No.
And that's what
It's
happened
like
to
a
my
precursor
family.
to the MCU.
Now we're
Just
in the
planting
middle
the
of all
seeds for future Demon Wind universe films.
There was a sequel that was going to happen. Then they thought, better not. That's true.
That's not even a joke.
No, that's
Kick some supernatural ass.
the straightforwardness of that is what made it funny. Just they were in the theater, they were watching the dailies, and they said,
John Wayne.
"Better not."
Jerry, what choice do we have?
That's a good point.
It's Comic
Man, I
Con.
just wish we had some hand
Press
grenades.
conference. They showed the
I'd
chart
rather have a Tahitian vacation.
with the timeline, and it just says
Tahiti?
Demon Wind, and then the line just goes on into the future, but nothing coming off of it.
It ends with bankruptcy.
Releasing in 1999,
Vegas.
Demon Wind.
You know nothing spiritual lives in Vegas.
The end.
The end.
Vegas it is.
Hey, Corey, guess what we just saw?
The movie literally put everyone
Hey,
to
Harley.
sleep.
Hey, Jack, wake up. I guess it only wants us.
They decide to go out together and fight demons to the death for no reason whatsoever.
Well, that's they just acknowledge that they understand that Topless Lady is actually a demon.
Yeah.
So you think if they understand that, they would just stay inside?
Yeah,
Shoot at her from the window.
sure.
You have long-range weapons.
Yeah. Why do they even go outside?
Oh, so they can die.
Oh.
And the demon, the lady, or just whatever force is at work here, puts everybody else to sleep.
Or just wake your friends up and tell them what you plan to do.
Well, they were put to sleep. I don't think they were sleeping naturally. I think the demon would put them to sleep, or whatever evil force is at work.
I saw him.
lured them out for no
right.
reason.
I was gonna say,
Let's
what is the
dance.
demon's plan? What does the demon want? Why can the demon not go in the cabin?
Why are you using demon in singular?
Well, demons. I don't understand. It's a demon wind.
Jay, they
so-
saw Evil Dead. And they know how it works.
Well,
You can't go in the cabin.
okay.
Flimsy cabin. You should easily be able to get in. You can't do it.
Well, Jay, this was made in 1990, right? So we're talking like
Over here.
the age of the home video
I
market
have
trends, right?
something for
Maybe a little late than that, but what I'm thinking is, yeah, they slapped a crap movie together with some things that you could put on the box. People in demon masks, right? And right, nudity, because they had ladies.
Yeah.
Put that. Eat this. Face on the box, a couple of guns, and then boom.
Oh man, I think we're in trouble.
I think you're right.
It
Looks sort of like a movie.
It looks sort of like a movie. knows that all the demons are for some reason. Green slime. Maybe one of the actors worked at like
Your daddy?
giant cans of nacho cheese.
Hey, Chuck.
What, Maestro?
Oh no.
Presto.
Something got Sean Penn in the neck. Ripped open.
Establish that the demons can do whatever. I mean, they turn somebody into an exploding gun.
Yeah, you really shouldn't start with that.
I think that, I don't know.
Oh my god.
The karate kicking paid off. Remember when he kicked the can of soda around Rich?
Yeah.
And then he kicked it right in Del's face.
And now he'll never do it again.
And then he's just gonna die. And that was
What a
that
great
was nice.
payoff.
Why did they go out with guns blazing? Why didn't they go out and use magic tricks to trick the demons? Rich?
That could be a fun thing you do like later. I made it. Big plan
I
for
made
getting
it.
out,
Fuck
and then use the magic trick as some kind of distraction.
Where's Grandma?
What's happening?
See, all those demons and all the old period clothing were the townsfolk from the 1800s that followed Anders' satanic cult and all got burnt up by the villagers.
Okay.
Maybe he's running from like a demon
Yeah,
in the
uh-huh.
house, and so then
Oh,
like
no.
he hops into a cabinet, and then the demon opens the cabinet, and it's empty.
Oh, yeah.
That is just so simple and
Then we see him running outside the house, to like where the car is, to get the dagger.
perfect. How about he leaves his magic hat
Terry, look.
and
We gotta keep our act
demon
together.
looks
We're gonna
into it
get
and
out of this
the rabbit jumps
alive.
out of the hat
Didn't you see
and
the
claws
blood?
at the demon's face. How about that?
Okay.
What if he saws a demon in half?
Dell, we're gonna check the
Kinda like
back.
a magic trick. He just saws it in half.
No, and then the two halves of the demon regrow on each side and make two demons.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So many clever things you can do if you have half a brain.
Why didn't you tell the others about
I
the
mean,
daggers
really,
and
just
stuff
half
in
a
the
brain.
Tell him what? That my grandmother was a witch? She used spells to protect her son in this house?
Yes, you tell them that because you're in
Bill's
a
half
magical,
crazy,
awful
Jack's a bastard.
situation.
There's one more thing in either of them.
They'll
could
probably
use.
believe you.
Maybe those
At
spells
this
could help
point, yeah.
us.
They didn't help her much.
Oh, is this when he decided to not tell his friends about his grandma's spell book?
Yes.
Yeah. After the first girl turned into a doll and started on fire,
All bets are off then.
that's when you tell them everything.
Just open up.
My grandparents
Keep this with you. Maybe
had a
some.
demon house, and you're all in it. Whoops.
So, in addition to the satanic cult, his grandma was a witch.
Don't even think that,
And
Corey.
that's
I got
not
me
related
into
to
this.
the demon magic.
here
That's her
because I
own
love you.
magic.
I don't know.
And she uses spells to keep the
How'd I
demons
get so
away from
lucky?
her family.
Magic.
Right?
Yes and no.
Oh.
Well, see, there's religious symbolism around, right? There's pictures of Jesus and all that, and then there's a pentagram on the floor, and then there's like Wiccan symbols, and then there's also a crucifix on the door. It's a little mishmash of a little bit of everything.
You're assuming they knew or thought it out.
Yeah, I think they just said whatever. A crucifix on the door, but also some kind of mystical.
But also she's a witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she casts spells, right? Typically, spells and magic and witch stuff isn't in line with Christianity.
Yeah.
She's maybe you know.
That's what voodoo is.
Honey, you're all right. It was
But
only
not
a dream.
Christianity.
All
I
right
think there's
now.
some weird mishmash there.
Okay, well, maybe she was a voodoo priest, the lady. I don't know.
God, I wish
I think she just, maybe she just went with whatever could possibly work to keep the demons away, right? A couple of Jesus pictures, why not? And then some spells, I'll do that too.
They should have just moved.
It's Willie and Rita.
Guns, sure.
Oh, good. More characters.
Shut it off.
Should have just moved.
The whole point in introducing your group of characters is to have them get killed off.
Don't shut it off.
Now we've killed off 2 characters and introduced 2 more to take their place.
How many people did you invite on this trip?
What
Don't
did you
shut
say?
it off. It's a Suzuki. It might not start again.
Don't shut it off.
Also, there's demons.
Oh.
Demons can shut the battery of the car off.
We just got here.
And after the car is already stopped.
Right.
Demons can only prevent things from
Get back inside.
So 2 new friends have arrived.
But why?
Also,
No, I'm serious. Why are there 2 new friends? Why did the movie need 2 new friends to show up?
I honestly don't know, other than more bodies. But
Can't they just show up with everyone else in the beginning?
yeah.
Hey, Corey.
Well,
It
everybody.
seems like an odd choice to have just 2 more people just show up randomly.
Sure. Aren't gonna spend
Yeah.
another
Well,
night
they
in
have
the
enough
house.
people to kill off at this
We're going
point. I mean,
through
there's
the
still
front door.
4 more
We're going
characters
to
floating
hell.
around.
Del, are you
Is
sure
it
you want to
possible
do
that
that?
2 of the actors quit?
Yeah, I'm sure. Sure
and
as
so they
about
just
anything.
replace them with 2 new characters?
I would normally think that,
Hey.
but I didn't hear any signs of that on any of the interviews that I listened
Like
to.
I told you before, honey. Wherever
Also,
you go,
they
I
all
go.
met up at the gas station, right?
Yeah.
But then these 2 new
That's why I
characters
keep it with
somehow
me.
knew where his grandparents' farm was. I don't know.
Well, they read the script.
Oh.
You may need this.
Thanks, Corey.
Okay, so Dell
Let's get outta here.
and his girlfriend are deciding to just leave. They said, we're not going to spend another night here. We're just going to walk and hope that the same thing that happened before doesn't happen again. Right?
I mean, I guess, what other choice do you have?
But they just nailed those 1/4-inch pieces of
I don't
plywood
think they're
to
gonna
the
make
door,
it.
Jay.
I don't
The
think
house
so
is now
either.
The
secure.
door that is also made of
Better
quarter-inch
get back to
plywood?
work.
They never told those new characters what's going on.
Very confused.
They're
I don't
just-
know if these new characters have another line of dialogue for the rest of the film.
They're just like, start nailing boards to the window. We're in a situation here.
But what's happening?
What happened to our magician friends?
Presto, they disappeared.
And why is there a burnt up doll on the front lawn?
We don't talk about the doll. We're all kind of traumatized by that. And why isn't Corey told us about his grandma's spells and the demons?
Why is the fireplace made of construction paper?
Grandmother?
Why is the fireplace made
Because
of
it's a
construction
cheap set. That's why.
It is you in the house, isn't it?
Oh, there goes the sun.
Grandma's ghost did that.
the demon's afraid of? Grandmother?
Yeah, I guess that's another thing. We have a satanic
Grandmother?
cult. We have Grandma was a
Corey?
witch. And now we also have Ghost Grandma. So we have demons, witches, and ghosts.
Ghost Grandma just showed up to tell him where her diary was.
No.
Sure.
And she never
do you
showed
mean?
up again.
Well, I say we attack it.
And also, he has some kind of
Bonnie
psychic
mentioned
connections.
she
You
felt
remember he
something from
touched
the
the
barn.
skull?
Jack's
of
right.
his
My grandmother
dad's
mentions the barn.
brother.
Maybe there's a
that
doorway
was
that
in
leads
the
into the
dirt.
barn.
Oh,
the
yeah.
same way that
And
leads into this
electricity
house.
came out, and then he
that's the
knew he had
center
a
of this
flashback
force.
where the
We gotta
dad's
find some
brother
way to
spit up
destroy
blood.
it.
Does the dad's brother
you're
tie in
talking
with
about.
anything?
No,
What was
about
the
it,
point of
guys.
that scene?
No, the dad's
Sure as
older
hell beats
brother.
waiting.
He's the kid with the overalls. He's
I don't
running
wanna
up
go,
and he
but if we
spits
have to,
blood
let's
out.
get it
I
over
remember
with.
the scene, but why
need
was that
flashlights.
there?
Look at the
Why
shots.
did people show up? Why are there 5 missing daggers?
Because his grandma had 3 kids. They were triplets, but the dad has an older brother.
Oh,
Triplets usually don't rage in ages, right?
that's
They're
true.
born at the same time.
That's why they're triplets.
Man,
Yeah.
that'd be a fucked up pregnancy.
Yeah, it would be a really weird pregnancy.
If they're born at
abnormal.
different times, then they're just siblings.
Right, yes. But the triplets were killed right after birth. And they wasn't even human.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know why.
Okay.
So she had demon triplets, but then she had his dad and his dad's older brother, which would be his little uncle.
I'm sure she's not.
hear it?
Hear what?
Sure.
Oh,
no,
you're wrong.
she's a demon.
Rich, you were wrong.
And she has chopsticks for fingers. My grandfather went the exact same way. Maybe she stabbed him in the brain?
But I loved you.
That's why one eye doesn't work. I kind of like that.
She had that random nerve that went to the eye.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, they're dead now, I guess.
No, they're now demons. Okay, so here's their only plan, which is
To walk to the barn.
the Rich, what you described as the yuppie Harry
wasn't
Potter
human, that's
says, I saw remnants of an old barn over there. Maybe, just maybe, that's the source of all the demons' powers.
Look, considering Corey won't tell them about
Come
the
on.
fucking spell book, which is their best chance, they're working with what they have. So I haven't felt something with the barn. Maybe we could do something there. This house isn't working for us.
Let's go check out the barn. It could be the source of the demon
Maybe we'll
powers.
find an anti-demon device in the barn, or maybe there's a portal of hell there. We can close it. I
Sure.
don't know.
Or maybe there's nothing there.
How to do that, I don't know. Maybe, like, I would maybe try to start the barn on fire, right? Knock it down?
Sure, why not?
I mean, they could try anything. It really doesn't matter because they don't know what's happening.
They're just going to go look around the barn. The barn, they think if they pass through the door of the barn, it'll have an interior like the house.
Well, they were right there.
Look,
were
this is just like Scooby-Doo. They have to investigate mystery
No.
before we find out this whole thing is just a ploy by old Farmer Brown.
Get people to go to his gas station.
He's trying to scare people away from his gas station.
He's trying to sell the most fish burgers in the county. Looks like a barn to me.
Oh, the rival gas station also sells fish burgers, so it's the demon ploy to scare people away from the other gas station.
That's already a better movie.
Have our two new characters said anything?
No, they're just here.
They're just there.
They're literally they're just here because halfway through the movie decided it needed some more bodies.
Well, I hope one of them doesn't get their head squeezed by a cow skull.
Oh my God, that's a cow skull.
Oh no, it's
How-
gonna happen, isn't it?
How did you know, Jay?
More typical a goat
What is
than
that?
a cow.
But they didn't have a large.
How do you have all these answers? Are you just
It's an altar to the devil.
speculating, Rich?
That's horrible.
baseless speculation? Yes.
Rich was a part of the production.
But there is
He was
something
hanging out with Lou
kind of
Diamond Phillips behind the camera.
Right. Oh, she said something. She's very. She's lured into the satanic
They've done all that they can do.
There's a lot of.
They just let blood go and just watch what happens.
Looks like she's smiling.
I like the blood gets in her mouth and she's like spitting it out. Like you'd really be doing that if your head was being crushed. You know what I mean? Like that sort of like, ooh, gross. Ooh, there's blood. That sort of that instinct turns off when your skull's being crushed. I think.
Gay magicians are back. They should do some magic now. Some demonic magic. Like a variation on one of their magic tricks from earlier. They pull a pigeon out of their jacket, but it's just a skeleton or something.
Looks like a raven.
You're dead.
It's pecking their eyes out.
Hey, there you go.
What's already dead?
Yeah. You see, even the basic amount of creativity just falls out of
I'll have to blow
Well,
you
why
in
even
two.
introduce them as magicians?
Working here.
Yes.
This is a house of
They
command.
do like the endless handkerchief, but it's like endless.
Ooh, that's good.
We've got a couple of magic tricks for you, and then a whole bunch of like bills come out, and they sit down on them, and then like they come on stage,
Yeah.
and they start doing a magic show. And they're like, we need a volunteer from the audience.
And the song one and a half.
Yes, sure, why not?
How about instead of that, they just stand there and everyone runs away?
And goes back into the cabin.
And goes back into the cabin.
Jay, that is great. That just saved them $50,000 in the budget.
God, where's Willie?
He must still be in the barn.
Those are their new friends. And that's her boyfriend with the white jacket.
Corey, don't use the dagger.
So this is dagger number 1. That's the girl that skull. And
You killed me.
She's a two scene. She just shows up halfway through the movie, and then she dies right away.
Well, she had to get blood on her head. That was probably mildly inconvenient.
You're all screaming hell tonight. All of you.
They give them a joke about their wigs. It's just not coming to me.
I know, they're way bad wigs.
Because you don't need to make a joke. Already is a joke.
Yes, yeah, we don't even need to keep talking, do we? Just let the movie play out.
And all the zombies or the demons.
Get ready.
Coming out of the barn.
Why now?
Yes. They stirred up the hornet's nest, you know? They shouldn't have gone in that barn, right, Rich? What do you think happened? Why weren't these demons in?
Now what's
I
happening?
were writing this. There would be like some kind of spell or something that the demons are trying.
They can't reach us.
Are you sure?
Maybe they needed, more sacrifices to finish the spell. Yeah. Story.
Taking clock element, like something we have to root for.
Something our heroes need to stop.
Yeah, the spell. Once the spell is completed,
Satan comes out. That's how that
the
usually
portal
works,
to hell.
right?
See, that's the problem. That's the joke.
Shit, the
Because you want
demons
an
must have broken the
antonym
spell.
of thriller, so you could say
I don't think
Filler?
Here, take this. I'm gonna check
Because this is filler.
That's not bad.
There, see, I did it.
Good luck to you
I'm a
too.
professional joke maker. Right? I just had to work that out.
It took a lot of effort.
Can I sing that a little bit? Because this is filler. Right? Without.
You can probably get away with that.
Okay, and it's parody.
Yeah.
It's I'm protected under parody clause 3189 in the U.S. Constitution. Because this is filler. It's a filler night. Okay, so Grandma cast a spell, some kind of spell of protection on the ruins of the house, and then the protection spell worked until it stopped. How many demons, maybe? I'm trying to search
Spell
for an answer.
knows how many demons are out there?
The spell only worked for like 5 demons, and then like 8 or 12 came out.
It's a 60-year-old spell.
Okay.
That's
Just
some very bad timing for our characters then.
It was just like the last day that it was still valid. The smell is good for 59 and 1/4 years.
Well, that's what our character gets for procrastinating. He could have done this at any time throughout his life. He wanted to investigate this cabin.
Well, actually, no, Jay, that's wrong.
Oh.
He decided to look his father up for no reason after 20 years.
Okay.
Then his father killed himself, and after his father killed himself,
Where did they go?
he heard a voice
I don't know.
in his head that said, "You have to go."
Maybe they're
and
still afraid of the
investigate
house.
Your grandparents' cabin. Perhaps that voice was demonic in nature, but he was lured there only after his father died. Yeah, and you're missing really the basics.
Are you saying we're not currently watching an episode of Star Trek?
We are not, despite all the aliens and science fiction elements. We are indeed watching a horror picture.
Called Satan Farts.
Or maybe it's a comedy, I'm not sure.
Maybe that's the problem. When Alex Kurtzman was researching Star Trek, because
Yeah.
he just got hired to write for Star Trek, instead of watching TNG, he accidentally getting a copy of Demon.
Right, labeled it
Yeah.
Star Trek The Next Generation.
He's watching this. Well, I guess this is Star Trek. Lots of guns, violence,
He's so
and the plot can't make any sense.
incredibly stupid that when he put it on, he didn't even notice.
What guy? Is that Kirk?
There's Kirk with the shotgun, right?
It's Kirk with the shotgun, yeah?
Monsters break into house. He's writing notes with his crayons.
Spock the one that does the magic? Crayons.
Jack! Jack, it's Bonnie! Please help me!
I heard about a guy got bit by a demon.
Bonnie!
Help me!
That turns him into a demon?
It does.
That's a new piece of lore we've been introduced to.
Please help me, Jack!
Again,
Jack!
that's a hybridization going on.
Please, Jack!
It's zombies and
Bonnie!
religion and
Help
spell
me!
casting. Anything goes.
Bonnie.
Oh, that's right, Bonnie.
She's not a doll anymore.
It's an apparition. She's trying to lure him. And were they boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes, I believe so.
But she also slept with Dell.
Everybody slept with everybody.
And Diane, or Elaine, slept with Dell too, and their
Check Stacy's bag for more ammo.
This wants to be evil so bad. I'm surprised Yuppie Harry Potter did not cause it.
I don't want to plagiarize too much.
Why did Terry tell the court? This is
There's no way we can keep him out!
Tell Jack to get in here!
We're talking.
questioning the logic of the witness.
I don't know why he's using a gun. They got another dagger. In their downtime, they really should have been learning all these spells. really reading that diary.
Yes, that's a lot of
It
stuff.
seems to have a lot of information, and then it's used at the end of the movie instead of. Then they start
Jack?
using it as.
I wonder if it was a complete afterthought.
What?
Were the scenes with the book tacked on later? The whole ending?
I don't know.
When they realized they had no way how to conclude the story.
Yeah. Gee, they're all crooked in the same place.
It's almost like they're reusing the same prop teeth. Hopefully they sanitize them between people.
Not you.
Otherwise Daniel Radcliffe's gonna be really upset.
Jack,
Oh,
we can
just a
fight this.
I'll make it so sweet. Fun fact: the close-up, that was the hands of the director. He felt he had to have a like.
He was the only one who knew the actions that needed to be performed for the scene to work.
There's a special way that a demon would grow breasts without permission, right? And this actor just wasn't doing it right.
It's like a turkey leg or something for a second there.
I don't know what I just saw.
He turned into his normal self, then an 8-year-old, then an infant, then a dove.
Yeah.
I mean,
seeing it in like DH, I guess, kind of is something.
well, we all start off as doves.
Why
I don't know.
Yes, Jack. You turned into all those things.
Plan, Elaine.
I saw his
I think
soul.
we should start reading
Hey,
your
you did him a
grandmother's
favor.
book.
Let's start figuring out what's in that book. Seems like it could have some important information. I hate this movie. Why did I watch it 14 times?
She's trying to figure it out.
Does it make any more sense this time so far? So when this is over, should we just go back out into the lobby and buy another ticket?
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep watching it until it makes sense. This is the worst trip to a demonic
sorry.
film.
I'm not.
Wait, those aren't demonic zombies. They're just people from Walmart.
So they use both the daggers now.
Yeah.
I
And
have
the daggers
arrived,
are
my
just gone.
children.
What happened to
Gather
the friends that
now.
showed up? Did they
Come,
just,
my
like, die
sheep.
Yeah, they died.
Off camera?
No, the girl got her head bit by the
Oh, that was
the
her.
skull.
You're right.
The cow skull.
Tonight,
I think she just slashed him.
Oh.
Or she and then she attacked him in the barn. Then she appeared later with his decapitated head.
Oh.
At some point, she cut his head off.
Now shall your suffering end.
Oh. Somebody's coming to save him, Rich. Well, not save him.
Our time is at hand. Gather now, for the time is come. I bring you greetings from the Shadow Father.
Okay.
Yes, my children, come unto me.
I guess, maybe.
So, my children,
It's hardcore.
at last have we gathered, and after
Oh
all
my
these
God.
years,
It's
shall
the
we
guy from the
complete
gas
the
station.
cycle.
And he's brought fish burgers for everyone.
So I know I'm the one who's seen this 14 times, but Harcourt is he just a little guy that wants to continue the demon cult, like independently of?
Or is the old cult leader who just because he didn't
Come
imagine?
unto me.
Oh, you're talking about Anders. He is Anders.
Yeah, he might be Anders.
I'm sure the movie will explain everything.
So all the demons turn all their why does what?
Oh no, it's Bonnie again.
Poor Bonnie.
Can't get it.
So all the demons coalesce and turn into Bonnie, so that the son of Satan, like Ken suck her life force out.
What is the importance of bonding? Entire group of people.
She's a
There's nothing we can do
The
for
thing
her.
is, she's had worse first dates. Could have at least bought her dinner first. But yeah, it was never set up that this is some kind of virginal sacrifice. I think he just... Oh, fuck it.
And now is this Anders that is turned into Satan?
We gotta try it. Trust her
I
with
think
the shot.
Anders gave his mortal body up to the son of Satan to possess him.
Oh, okay.
But the son of Satan is so big and gross that...
I have waited long for this night, Corey Harmon.
Fish sandwich. A fish burger. A burnt up fish burger. I really don't know.
He looks like a cancerous orc. Yeah, from Lord of the Rings.
I love you.
I love you too.
An orc with
Oh, thou
leprosy.
white light.
Yeah.
Oh, spirits of goodness and peace.
And I'm still
Oh, Earth Mother who watches over us.
Not Satan himself, just so you know, he's the son of Satan.
If
thee find us
he has to break into his work family.
But then he just ends up going to like the Battle of Helm's Deep and getting killed.
So he's trying to do all the things, like, you know, within the 2 months he's got left to live. All he has to do all the things he wanted to do with his work life.
That's good. Oh yes, he's wearing the clothes of Enders or Harcourt, whoever it might be, and it's all ripped apart. So yes,
I will be done.
Game, screenwriter's best friend.
Oh my god. What? What? He's an alien?
oh my God,
This is an Alien Nation prequel.
he turned into a Thermian from Galaxy Quest.
They did her no good. I took her husband and her
Did
head.
we know he could do this?
And now you're gonna pay
Pull
for
your pan out
that.
of your pocket and throw it on a light on a candle, Jay. Anything can happen.
He just kicked the son of Satan in the nuts.
I'll teach you agony before you die.
That's like when you're gonna try to defeat the son of Satan. It's the first thing you try.
Just kick him in the
Kick
junk.
to the balls, and then after that, move on to other things.
Is there any context explaining why Corey looks like Thermian?
No. I've speculated in the past that he is supposed to be an angel. Because he's got like weird ears.
There was some kind of dialogue in there establishing that this is a possibility, hinting that this might happen.
Please, God.
It should be explained, yeah. I'm going to agree with you there. What's happening should be explained, right?
The only thing that's not the demon is the incarnation of the angel. Something.
It says here, when we read these 3 lines, you can inhabit the body of the angel, which will allow you to do battle with the son of Satan. Can I be turned back into my normal self after? I don't know. It's a risk we're gonna have to take.
Fair to this movie, nothing like this happens in The Evil Dead.
No.
No, nobody turns into an alien.
So yeah, he's impervious to being attacked. What?
Oh, he's coming around. Thank God, Corey, I couldn't find your pulse.
Oh
I
my
thought
God!
you
It
were-
was all a dream, everybody.
Man, you gave
Blame
us
us
quite a
all,
scare there for a while. You're like somewhere
What
else.
is it really?
Corey, are you all right? Yeah.
Has It's All a Dream ever been satisfying? Ever?
Where am I?
We're at your grandparents' farm. Remember we drove
Wizard
up
of
here?
Oz?
A Wizard of Oz, it might not really all have been a dream.
Yes.
It could have theoretically happened.
What happened to me?
We walked in the front door, looked around, and you just went out like a light.
Inception?
Man, you hit the floor so hard it's like you got belted by Mike
Is it all a
Tyson.
dream in Inception?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about that. I don't remember.
Jack, you're all right.
Rich,
You're all alive.
Of course
your argument is invalid.
Just like real life.
Why is
You were
it?
just
I
dreaming.
reject your hypothesis.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Oh no, it's not a dream. This is such a lame movie cliche.
Fake out. Yeah, ending.
Done this film before. Remember when Dell was trying to get fresh with his lady?
Yeah.
And it was Kevin Bacon with his face ripped off. Oh, now Elaine is a demon.
It's the flesh you love so well.
She's going to be the bride of the son of Satan.
I'm sorry.
Her?
Yes.
I love you. Love you too.
Because
I guess because she's the only one left.
she's the only female left. So
But the only reason all the other people are dead is because the demons killed him for no reason.
because she's Corey's girlfriend and we're supposed to kill her.
Oh.
Wait, the dream wasn't a fake out ending. It was just a random thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an illusion by Satan to make him think that he was back to normal.
That's so fucking weird.
Although he didn't keep the illusion up for very long. And I
That
think
is
I always loved
so
you,
fucking
Corey.
weird.
it was so that Satan could turn Elaine into a demon and make her his demon bride. But Corey woke up and interfered and turned her back into a person with his angel magic. Aren't you following along?
Is this a cameo by the director?
Oh, because he killed
Stop
himself.
in case I've been looking at the footage.
That's the producer who invested all of his money. But he can't hurt Corey because it's just a memory, and
won't
Corey
work.
is now
I'm not afraid of you.
Monster Man.
a monster alien angel.
You're the one who's terrified.
I fear nothing from you.
Taking you back to my spaceship.
Another lie.
Son of
You're
Satan.
terrified of us because we're alive. We can feel. You're only a shadow.
I will say
You
I
hide
don't
behind your
hate
cheap
the makeup.
magic tricks because you're dead.
Oh, the makeup's a good.
God
This
changed
is
you
the son
into
of
a
Satan
snake
guy.
and a chicken
It's
shit
pretty
at the
gross.
same time.
Looks like a festering corpse. Whee! Oh my god. Not the gourd. The gourd fell off.
Well, the makeup itself isn't bad makeup. But they made him look like a 30th was a weird choice.
Yes.
Especially since we don't know what he's actually supposed to be.
I was gonna say, yeah, I would offer suggestions of how they could have done it differently, but I don't know what he's supposed to be.
It looks like he belongs on Babylon 5 and not in a horror movie. He's got angel in his bloodline.
But if they're going, are they going for an angel?
Corey?
No, I made that up, but it makes sense. That's how you become an angel.
You gotta connect it with he's flying.
Oh my lord!
He's the greatest American.
Get the diary. Read the last spell.
Which one's the last spell? I don't know. Just read anything.
The one on the back page.
Something will work.
We call upon the power of
But
light.
the demons
Drive
also
the
have
evil
kind of
within
this
itself.
point to
Send it
help
back into the darkness
you.
from where it
Like,
came.
I'm going to go, he's the opposite of a demon. Which
Burn this abomination. Cleanse
maybe
it from
give
thy
him
blessed
armor,
earth.
like
That will be done.
Sure.
armor, right? Something like that. Costume.
Glowing blue eyes. That's fairly easy, right?
Or keep him looking exactly like this and just have a line where someone says, "Oh, he is transformed into an angel," so we understand what's happening.
Can't stand, it's
Knew that paper mache fireplace was a fire hazard. More or less.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I don't remember that.
He ends up in a ethereal cafe, and God is the cafe owner.
Oh.
And there's all the other leapers there, and they're basically like angels
Huh.
that fly about through time and fix problems.
So, are all of their friends burning in hell now?
Yes. Corey feels real bad about inviting them.
Like, that sucks.
But you know, they made it, right? They made it. And that's all that really matters.
You're protected by this balsa wood.
It's no longer about Thermion. And he kind of found out what happened to his grandparents.
Corey, you're human again.
So he feels, you know, satisfied.
Is it over? Is it really over?
I don't even know if it started. It was a little bit confusing, honestly.
Especially towards the end there.
Yeah. You just got all your friends killed, Corey.
You did it.
We need to talk about a relationship, Corey. I think it's best we both move on from each other.
So should we tell all of our friends' parents what happened?
Should we explain this to the police? What a prick. He's smiling and laughing like, and everyone's dead that he invited to go on this thing. It's not like it was like a group decision to go on this trip to a cabin in the woods, you know?
Maybe they weren't his friends. Maybe they were all her friends.
Okay.
No big loss.
Yeah, no big loss for him.
Oh, let's stop here. This place has provided us with no problems.
Let's go to the place that was owned by the man who was the son of the demon.
Who literally became the son of the devil.
Gotta go back to the gas station.
The Pee-wee's Playhouse door. And
Hello?
they're gonna find Lady. Remember
Harriet?
Lady from the beginning, Rich?
Name?
Yeah.
Is that
1940s Lady.
Harriet.
you? Oh, I'm so glad you came. My uncle, he was. I know.
And she is also a demon.
Of course.
Come here.
Although she wasn't stuck in the barn. Like
Oh,
the others. She got to live at the gas station.
They defeated all the demons, except they didn't.
Well, she was aligned with Hardcore, who may have been Anders.
But see, now the book, they no longer have to cast spells.
Just the existence of the book can kill demons now.
They can shoot lasers out that send them to quantum leaps.
Why did they go to the gas station in the first place?
To kill her, because I guess they knew she was a demon.
They highly suspected it. If
Okay.
she was hanging out with Harcourt. Although, see, they missed Red-Headed
They
Stepchild.
didn't notice this demon. Now we know that demons are very easy to defeat, so it's not that big of a deal.
Just hold a book. They use a cleverly hidden pseudonym in the end credits.
Yeah.
Because he refused to have his name on this.
Wise move. Very wise.